right, my team back at it again. What's good? So today we're gonna go in like this. Now I just pulled up to the gym. I was trying to record this on the way here, but for some reason my phone wasn't working. It looked like it was recording down at the bottom, but at the top the numbers weren't ticking, and so I realized it wasn't recording. I had to restart my phone. This thing's pushing energy just like your boy a lot lately, a lot more than normal. And so the world is starting to look less normal, you could say, less like it used to before this drastic change came about. Now, what is it, man? What is it? What is it? We really got to stop worrying what people are thinking, because honestly what's happening is, I used to do this myself, so this is how I know, and then I got through it, so I can show you how in case this is something you're dealing with. Worrying about what other people are thinking about you is so debilitating. You be doing it, not even realize you're doing it. That's mostly how it's happening as well. It's happening so much in the background, you don't even realize it's happening. You don't even realize it's an issue. It's just something happening on autopilot. Like, for instance, you don't want to dress maybe the way you actually prefer to dress. You're dressing like you're trying to fit in. You're dressing like you're worried what they might say if you put that item on. You're maybe, and it's honestly, a lot of that is just up in your mind, creating a dialogue of what you think somebody would say about you, but it's you saying it about you, right? It makes sense, right? So it's not even real. And even if they do say something about you, that's how they feel about, let's say, dressing like that, or, you know, putting that piece of jewelry on. That's them projecting onto you why they won't do that. Right? And so really, I myself personally, if I'm in a moment where somebody does do that, project like their insecurities onto me about what I'm doing, I can tell instantly. I mean, no one's going to tell you anything about their opinion about you. Why would they do that? For one, you're giving them, you're making them have a reaction, you're making them have an emotional response to what you're doing. Now, obviously, they're not paying enough attention to what they're doing, which is why they would say anything but a compliment to you. And even like they might try a backhanded compliment, a compliment that actually isn't even a compliment. They tried to cover up their insecurity, but you can see right through it. And so it's important to do this and not let anything slip through the cracks. Like if somebody gives you a backhanded compliment and in that moment you didn't feel it was a compliment, you got to be like, brother, was that supposed to be a compliment? Because I didn't take it as that. I would really like to take everything somebody says about me as a compliment, but honestly, that just really didn't feel like a compliment. It honestly felt like a put down. Like the energy in your words, how you said what you said, felt like a put down. Now, I'm aware enough to realize you're really just saying that about yourself and why you wouldn't do something like this, right? So I'm not going to take it personally, but really what I'm letting you know is that there's some things that, some shadow work that probably needs to happen on your end, which is why you're doing things like this without even realizing it, projecting your insecurities, your shadows into the light, into somebody else's light. You're trying to dim somebody's light. You're trying to put shadow in somebody's light work, okay? And the thing is light wins every time. That's the thing. Light wins every time. That's why we're still here. That's why we're still here, right? So you came through the sunshine to get here. You came through the sun's rays, the sun's portal to get here. You can handle intense energy, immense heat, immense light. You are a light being. How could you not be if you came through the sun to get here? You can burn out any darkness. Any darkness. And it's interesting, right? Like the parable about hell and everything like that. It's so hot, blah, blah, blah. See, they flip these little things to keep you confused, or it does keep you confused. I don't know if that's their goal, is to keep you confused. We can't go into that. To me, that's a waste of time. What they want you to do, in my opinion, what they want you to do is get stronger through adversity. And that's why these things are in place. And that's how you got to look at it. Not like, I don't trust the man, I don't trust the government, they're blah, blah, blah. All these, you know, what's the word? I don't even want to say the word. But just notice your insecurities. So it's very prevalent. You know, you start to notice yours, you'll end up noticing others. And then what you can tell also is when you're noticing it in others, that's probably still insecurities that you have. And you still need to chop it up and like work through that, help that person even work through that by pointing out to them, hey man, however, right? Like I just said, but the more you start developing your sense on helping your shadow work, the more you'll see it in others. And if you can put it back in their face, like, hey, your shadow's coming out, you're not noticing it, here it is. And then two, it's like you're healing that aspect of yourself when you're able to do that with somebody else, right? So it's all love, man. It's heart-centeredness. We gotta get back to the heart, repairing that connection to the gut, the deep belly breath work in the gut and the diaphragm, and then restoring that connection all through the chakras and back up to the brain, your brain stem, your third eye, your first eye, and then enlighten your brain, right? Bring that cerebral spinal fluid up to your brain in a more efficient manner, even more times per day, because of now what you're doing with yourself. So, you know, we're getting deep, man. That's how we do it. We go real deep. Like, I go as deep as you want to. The rabbit hole is infinite. So as soon as you want to start traveling down it, like I said, it's infinite. It's the galaxy. It's like a wormhole, rabbit hole, galaxy, right? So, you know, it's all blessings. It's all love. Do me a favor. We're gonna get a community going. We got to get you guys commenting on these videos. I'd love to hear anything you have to say about what I'm saying, so I know really kind of what direction I could take things. You know, what people who are attracted to what I'm saying, what they'd like to hear, where they'd like to go with things. Pop any questions in, man. I love questions. My mom got me loving questions, you know. So, you know, and we can talk together, right? So I'd love to have anybody on here as a guest if they want to. Anybody who'd like to go in on some stuff, man. We can just spit fire, and it's nothing too serious. We have fun while, you know, seriously getting deep though at the same time. And that's how I like to do it, man. As deep as I go, I'm into it, man. I'm really into it. So I love it like I love you guys. I love it like I love myself. I love it like I love my breath, the sky, the clouds, the birds, the bees, the butterflies, the fireflies, the rainbows, the rain, the wind, vortexes, right? Males, females, dogs, cats, snakes, lizards, all of them, man. They're all so beautiful. And I love you so much. We're in this together at the same time. The same time frame, the same time. There's so much depth to that fact alone, that we're all here at the same time. We need to be collaborating all together, all together. It's oneness, baby, not aloneness. Oneness, not aloneness, oneness. Okay? It's time to come out of our shells. It's time to have fun. Give a real legitimate hug to someone, right? I love you guys, okay? Until next time, bless up.